Tan Koon Swan. Yesterday we were in the Hainan Free Trade Port Forum that we have a very impressive sharing. Even though it's short, but it's very compact. Of course, I know Tan Sri not very long, but it become my coursemate of DBA, doctorate on business admin, and also always Tan Sri, like to share with me about food safety. Even yesterday in Penang, in Spice Convention, he has shared with about, of course the forum is about 3,000 people, but in the specific forum that people were hearing, listening to his food safety. Tan Sri, perhaps you want to recap what you have shared on the stage yesterday?
My concern was mainly in Malaysia. Malaysia's food security problem is serious. We import 60% of our total food, and we spend about 100 billion ringgit every year from now on foods import. And all these imports are very important staples which we can produce, most of which we can produce ourselves. Rice, we import 44%. Privately, I think we have exceeded 50% import on rice. Can you imagine? We import 50% of rice, number one. Number two, we import 80% of beef. If there is a supply chain problem, we have no beef, we have no mutton. 85% of our mutton and lamb are imported. These are important staples, protein, and then since the big problem 20 years ago, we are now also importing pork. We don't have our own sufficiency in pig already. Even chicken during the COVID-19, from surplus we went to deficit, and now we have to import eggs as well. Yeah, do you realize that that Malaysian eggs 10 cents of every egg that you're spending on is subsidized by the government.
Yeah.
So you see, we import all the important staples. In other words, our everyday food is dependent on import. So this is a very serious problem. We are vulnerable to a supply chain problem, because if there's a chaos, if there's a crisis, if there's a war, if there's a Taiwan crisis, we will have no food, because food exporters will choose to ban their export to save their own people first. So Malaysia is vulnerable, very, very vulnerable. And I believe that the government is aware of this, because the government, the civil servants or the government has been planning we have even changed Ministry of Agriculture into Ministry of Food Security already.
Oh yeah.
So that means we are aware of the seriousness of food security. The only thing is there is no concerted action.
Okay.
So I'm very, very happy to note that Anwar has come in, okay? And in his 2006 budget, I believe this will be his second budget only. He has now given pioneer status to food production companies.
Right.
A 10-year tax exemption for new companies, and a 5-year tax exemption for existing company expanding their food production capacity. Oh, this is fantastic. Plus all other and a series of other incentives as well. So I see this as a fantastic opportunity for the young people to get back into agriculture. Agriculture is no longer the same as our forefathers' days. We don't need to go and plant. Okay, we have transplanters to put in the seed for us now. Right? We don't need to fertilize, go and spray. Drones can do it for us now. We don't need to harvest around, go and use your long parang to do all that. No more. Harvester will do it for us.
Even robotics
can come in now. But this is the thing. We have modernized technologies what do you call technicalize or use machine to do it for ourselves. In the old days, we need 50 people to do 10 acres of land. Today, we need less than 4 people to do 50 acres of land.
Productivity up.
Productivity up, yield up, and then labor down.
Right.
So labor is no longer the planting paddy is no longer a poor business. It's not a rural business anymore. It's not a backward thing. It's no longer the business of the last resort.
Tan Sri, you did mention about, with the food industry, about halal as well.
Yes, I did. And I said that, Malaysia is already so well known for its halal certification. We must cash in on that one and build a halal center. And I've asked, now that the government has decentralized the control of food in every state. So in other words, there's a state committee monitoring the food security problem now. This is a fantastic opportunity now. Go to every state and build a halal center. We either encourage local production. Cow can do it feedlot. Goat can do it in feedlot. Or goat and cow can both graze in a palm oil estate. Yeah, so we can actually go into this arena and produce mutton and beef of our own.
Okay.
All right. So we build halal. Why? So that for those farmers who want a better price, better quality, we can give halal certificate and take in advantage, export it to the Middle East countries. This becomes an export earner. And so is everything. Durian, coconut. Can you imagine Malaysia imports coconut?
Oh, yeah.
We spend a few $1 billion importing coconuts, and our coconuts are lying in the ground to waste in every kampung.
Right.
We don't know what we are throwing away. So we got to understand and change the thinking. Coconut is a valuable product.
Yeah, it is.
And so we must go into that, create. And then I've suggested the creation of a board, food board, running in similar patterns with the palm oil board. Our palm oil industry is the most successful industry, agricultural industry in the whole world. Pattern around that, create a board to take care and monitor what must we do and what must we not. And then create a food exchange. In other words, you have a stock exchange for food products. People can come, bring the market to the producer, so that the small producer, smallholders have a ready market to sell, like the palm oil.
Right.
So whatever they produce, they don't worry about no market. We cut away all the middlemen and all this other thing and bring the market, the full value of the product to the farmer, to the producer. So we can corporatize this operation. We have so much of all these fragmented lands which are too small for modernization. Cannot get loans, not economic enough to do all these things. So what we can do is put all these things together, either to share swaps or either to giving a bonds or giving to just lease.
Or the creative capital support.
So we get a big piece of land, then we can go modernize.
Right.
And then we can get big tract of lands together to do agriculture like the other countries, like other developed countries.
Okay.
So this will improve our production. This will improve our productivity, and then cut down a lot of labor costs. You can do it with machines today.
Okay.
Right.
Tan Sri, perhaps, it's a good English version. Maybe later we do another recording because people want to listen to your Mandarin. I was so impressed with your presentation on the stage that always we thought that you are the English speakers as only. But later on maybe you share a short recording on Huayu so that we can talk to our entrepreneurs that, food security, 这个粮食安全 is another opportunity. Okay, perhaps we just pause for a while. Then later we have another recording there.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tan Sri.
Thank you.